What is the most common misconception about you or what you do?
I think that there is a lot of, okay. The common misconception is that it is as easy as.
So we would love to welcome our second guest from season 1 of Muses and Mimosas, Raya Haylett.
Oh, Hallett. Yeah. I mean, it's,
from It Takes a Village.
Yeah.
Now, I feel a little bit self-conscious having an amazing, incredible podcaster. Do you call yourself a podcaster? Is that what you call?
I think so. Yeah. Podcast host.
As one of my guests, because she is a professional.
Oh, coming from you, Kelly, honestly, that's amazing. Guys, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming. So we'd like to start with our amazing sponsor, Drink Dry. Now, this is Rhino, and he's made your request of your whiskey sour cocktail
yes,
from all of their products. So, Rhino, do you want to talk us through what you used?
Good morning. So, what we use for the whiskey substitute, we're using our Grosser Dandy Smoke, which consists of a little bit of ginger, cayenne, anise, cinnamon, cardamom, clove, chili, pepper, and Lapsang Soussang tea.
Yeah.
So the Lapsang Soussang tea is going to bring that smokiness that you normally want in a whiskey. So together with a bit of fresh pineapple, lemon, and a dash of agave syrup, we created a substitute.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
Brilliant.
It looks great.
It looks fantastic. Thank you, Rhino. That's amazing.
So
Golden
take a sip,
colour.
look at the camera, and give us your honest opinion.
Okay.
No pressure. Ooh.
Is it sour?
It is.
And
Is it?
smoky.
So smoky. He did say that had that smokiness in.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I like that.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is good.
With dinner.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite a masculine drink.
It really is. I'm a big fan of
It's
whiskey
nice.
sours in general, and this is just really
So
good.
we've got a winner.
I could drink more than one of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
lovely.
Sipping away.
Yeah. It's sort of an out, I don't know. Yeah. Sort of a really, I don't know. You kind of pair it with a beautiful, like, sexy vibe. I
Yeah.
don't know, like leather and
evening
cigars.
drink.
Yeah.
Keep
Date night
sipping.
drink.
That's it.
Keep sipping while we get started.
All right,
with
brilliant.
first section of our podcast, which is called Getting to Know.
Okay.
So our first question for you is, who is Raya?
Oh.
So without your job title, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a boss. Who are
I'm
you?
a bad boss.
You can still say that one.
Honestly, that's probably the hardest question. I feel like people spend years trying to find out who they are.
Some people don't even know.
I don't know. I can't. I mean, honestly, in all honesty, I don't know. But I think these titles do make it sort of, they form who I am to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I think is it like to summarize it in just one word?
So say if I was going to answer, I would say I'm a Libra.
Okay.
I am very loyal. I am a lover of seafood. I am very generous. I'm very kind, and super sensitive.
Yeah. Quite similar to that. I'm not a Libra. I'm a Leo, but I am definitely sensitive. Quite territorial over everybody and everything around me, especially the ones that are inner circle. I tend to have a bit of anxiety. I just generally am always a bit wound up tight, which is something I need to work on, which is why being sort of thrown off, not knowing what to, it puts me in a little nervous situation.
Yeah, you're vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. But when I need to be, I feel like I can put on a bit of a sort of a fairly confident exterior, but really inside, quite apprehensive, definitely very loyal.
Yeah.
Generally positive. I don't like living in a negative world around negative vibes in general. I kind of always want to be doing the fun thing in life. I'm always looking for what's the next fun thing to do. Of course, you have the ups and downs and you get sad, but sadness is not something I wallow in.
Yeah.
So positive. I plan. I'm a big planner.
My fave.
Yeah. I plan everything. I'm very, very organized, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I find if things aren't, you kind of, there is a degree of flexibility
Yeah.
that you need to work
You
into
can be
life.
organized, but if it doesn't go to plan, you don't want to get too.
I don't want to crumble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And sometimes I find, especially like, for example, with my husband, he was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, no, but I had it
Yeah,
done in that
I know.
particular
I'm
way.
the same.
So yeah, I would think that would be it. Just,
But that sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not a Libra?
no, definitely a Leo. I do. Yeah, I think it's the territory, quite possessive
Yeah.
over.
The strength in that is definitely a Leo
Yeah.
trait.
You're a Leo.
No, I'm a
No,
Capricorn.
But that's the thing, like, I don't really like things that don't go my way. I know it's a really bad thing to say, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Especially with my household.
Yeah.
I need to be on top of it completely. And anyone else's opinion is just not something that I would like to entertain.
Don't bother.
No.
It doesn't matter.
In all honesty.
So many of your things spoke to me. I'm like, oh, that's how I would sound.
Yeah.
Is there a moment in your life that changed your life? When was it? And was it a domino effect for where you are now or who you are now?
I mean, I think so, definitely. I think having kids as a woman, that is a huge turning point. I mean, before having kids, you sort of go on and you get married and life is fairly the same. You've got a partner and it's great. And, the moment you have children, I guess for me, obviously you've got this colossal responsibility of having kids, but also it really puts in perspective. I feel like you go through the ups and downs of motherhood and then you come out the other end thinking, who am I really?
Yeah.
How am I going to be defined? And just like you said, aside from I'm a mother, I'm a boss, I'm a blah, 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 who else is there aside from Lathan Zane's mom or my husband's wife or, that was the turning point. And that's when the podcast came about.
Good.
And that's changed my life.
Yeah.
And a completely different course. I think and that's personally for me. There's so many different people with so many different experiences and stories. But I think for me, the turning point in my life is, okay, I became a mom, but that's just not it.
There's more.
There's more.
Yeah.
There's more in there.
Yeah.
And because of that, you kind of get pushed. And I find with motherhood, I can talk about this forever, but I find I was able to take on more because I find, the responsibility is so massive. I'm like, oh, what's one more responsibility? Like I can totally...
The cup's already overflowing, so let's
Exactly.
just keep adding.
Exactly.
And also, I think being a mother, you realize how much you can do.
Yeah.
And you're still surviving. So, you kind of, we don't give ourselves enough kind of credit for what we can actually achieve. But having kids and getting through what we get through,
And I think it's that other part that you were saying before as well, that you have so many things that you do, so many hats that you wear, that then all of a sudden it's this one hat of I'm mum. But then actually you realize, hold on, I do all of this stuff. I basically run an empire. So why don't I just go ahead and do that as well?
100%.
So you have all of those roles that you're like, well, what's one more?
What's one more?
What's this?
so just have another baby. What's one more?
I mean,
was my
I
motto.
have to say you've taken it to another level, but no, I think 2 is enough. But it's just definitely that at that point after having children, after the newborn phase, you get this almost like, especially when you're done with having children, you think, managed to survive.
I could
those
do that
2.
again.
I mean, definitely not doing it again, but it was just let's find out what else.
Yeah.
And that was a very, very big. 2 years ago, there was a little shift, and I'm like, there's definitely something else that I need to do. Great job, love it. Love the kids and the house stuff, but I know that there's something else that
For you.
It's just something was missing and something needed to be filled.
Amazing. And you do it so well.
I mean, I try really hard. It's not without trying.
This is one of my favorite questions, I think. What is the most common misconception about you or what you do?
I think that there is a lot of, okay. The common misconception is that it is as easy as it looks. A lot of the time I do, like, for example, I work full time. So I work full time. I do the podcast on the times that I can. Then you've got obviously the kids and, everything that's to do with them, and then just life in general. Sometimes I think if you're looking from the outside in, it might look like it's just the podcast, for example. And that's quite easy. And, surely you can commit to this and that and the other. And you think, no,
I can't.
I've got an appointment with my actual job also. And it becomes quite difficult to fit everything in.
What do you do full time?
So I do, it's clinical training for diagnostic ultrasound. So I do that. So I'm, the person that scans you when you're pregnant. I train doctors and nurses and on clinical ultrasound.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. I've been doing it. That's what I've been trained to do, and I've been doing it obviously for 14 years.
Wow.
It's amazing, and I absolutely love it, and it gives me the ability to do things like this and the job at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's where things kind of fall off the plate because you are a little bit stretched and burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest misconception.
Yeah.
I don't just do the podcast.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that happens in order for me to kind of like slot that in because
Yeah.
I've got other people to answer to, like my boss. I hope he's not listening to this.
Hi, boss. Hi. What's your biggest adversity that you made it through, but you didn't think at the time that you would?
I think I talked about this a lot. I had really bad anxiety after my second son was born. And you hear a lot of people talk about bad anxiety, but mine really took a life of its own. It got to the point where everything was sort of impending doom. I had this perfectly gorgeous, healthy little baby, but, God forbid, I kept thinking something was going to go wrong. Or it was during COVID, he was born. And I had him in the UK and then came back and I was petrified that, it's kind of like I was so scared that the other shoe was going to drop. Like it was inconceivable that I would have perfectly healthy 2 little boys.
Yeah.
That was all consuming. I wasn't able to kind of eat, sleep. When you get so nervous that your mouth would get dried up. And it was horrendous. It was not something I would ever wish on anybody. And it was just really, really hard. And I never really sought out professional help, but in hindsight, I probably should have. There was a lot, I depended a lot on my family, on my mom and my husband here and there, but I felt quite guilty for constantly bringing it up. And it's kind of like, oh, okay, Raya, there's nothing wrong with him. He would sneeze and I would be trying to rush him to the emergency room because I'm like, he's got COVID. We're not going to get through this kind of thing. That manifested really, really badly for about a year, which now again, I get like pangs of it here and there when something, when they get a bit ill or something like that. And I could feel that sort of my stomach turning,
But I also think that's very normal. Like, I think don't be so hard on yourself. Like, that's motherhood. Like, my 7-month-old's currently sick, and I'm like, what if it's something worse? And what if, I don't deserve to have that little girl? And
that's it.
That's totally normal. And then it goes.
Yeah. And then it goes.
Yeah.
And it did go. And I remember specifically, it kind of lifted just before his first birthday. But then you get feelings of, this was my second baby. I wanted to kind of enjoy that time. I knew what I was doing. And I just felt like I was robbed of that whole experience second time around, which kind of makes me a bit angry that I should have potentially seen somebody to kind of be able to cope with these horrible feelings. I would just stay up at night thinking, or check on him. And I know we all do it to a certain extent, but I would convince myself something was wrong.
Just took over your life.
Took over my life. And then I kind of, because obviously I didn't want to keep burdening people with this type of ridiculous, it's not ridiculous, it was very valid in my head, but this type of constant theme that I almost retreated to myself.
Yeah, you go inside of yourself. Yeah.
So you didn't seek any help. The only way you got out of it was that it just went.
It just went. And I, again, heavily depended on my mom. I would call her up at 5 o'clock in the morning and ask for her to come over. And she was kind of the only one that I was comfortable to talk to.
Yeah.
And she kind of let me talk it over and let me revel in that a little bit, kind of feel it out, and then would kind of make me feel better along the way. And then it would go up and down throughout the year. And it was just horrendous. It was really bad. And again, it's not something anyone should sit on. And you should
get help.
Yeah, you should get help.
Valuable advice. Okay, so If you switched lives with somebody for a day, who would it be?
Oh, probably my kids.
Really?
Like zero responsibility, running amok, getting whatever they want. They can do anything. Them or my husband. Yeah, somebody with no responsibility.
Because you want their life, or not somebody that you want to see how hard you work in a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I feel like they're happy, sort of running around. They've got everything they're catered for. And I don't think I want to be anybody, but I just want to be
Free
of the responsibility. There you get to the point where that's why I think sometimes doing nothing and taking a holiday where you do nothing is massively therapeutic, because I think we're all quite the same in the sense that you're so, the agenda is full and everybody's got something to do and everyone's asking something of you and you're being pulled in so many directions that all you want to do, I don't care about this and I don't care about lunch and I don't care about your appointment, I don't care about school, I don't care about your shirts, I don't care about my hair. I just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Just for
10 minutes, guys.
I mean, I 3 days. I want to come back in 3 days when nobody called me.
Yeah.
And nobody asked me to do anything. As silly as it sounds, I think
No,
also
not at all.
You've caught me at a point. I'm moving houses on
So
Saturday.
you're over it.
I'm just,
You're over it.
like,
You're stressed.
between the carpenter and this person and the light fixtures and if somebody calls me one more for a second, I'm going to explode.
Yeah.
So that's what I want.
Okay.
I just want to switch lives with somebody with
You could just
zero
go on like a
responsibility.
staycation, just be in a hotel room in a row for 3 days, just
Yeah.
left alone in peace.
Room service.
Do you know I did that once?
Did you?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling very well. And the kids were at home and my husband was working from home at the time. And I was like, you know what? I can't be here. Like, you guys I'm not well. And you guys keep either knocking at my door or asking me for something. And I've got a fever and I'm tired. I just checked into the hotel for the day.
That's so nice.
Got
And a
better.
reset.
It was
Heaven.
amazing. It was amazing. I did nothing. I had my laptop
and you could watch a movie in
I
peace.
watched a movie in peace and I fell asleep. I woke up and I checked out later that evening.
Fabulous.
Just at home.
Just for the day. You
just
didn't
for the
even
day.
spend the night.
No.
Oh, wow.
I felt guilty. They were
Yeah.
quite small, but I was like, I just need to get away from you guys.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's great advice.
They, honestly, check
Great
yourselves
advice.
into a hotel just for the day.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I think the anxiety part.
I knew you were
think,
going to say that.
It lingers.
Yeah.
It lingers and it comes and it pops out at places that I didn't expect it to, which I hate.
Yeah.
The overthinking, the anxiety, like anything that has to do with, there's always like a little trigger. And I don't know. And then I've gotten good at pinpointing it. If like, why am I feeling this way? Like, why am I a bit sort of uneasy in this situation? And I can peel back the onion and think, okay, yeah, this is what's really triggering me. But I hate it.
But if you know what you would change about yourself, why haven't you got help to change it?
Well, I'm in the process.
I was going to say, because if you haven't heard of Michelle Felton, she's an incredible hypnotherapist, and I used her to go back into the trauma of my fear of public speaking and to visit where it happened and started and the places we went to.
Weren't you a bit scared?
Not really. I'm scared of being scared. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to feel that anymore. It was holding me back. And, it actually stemmed from when I was 1 year old and we went back there and it was horrendous. Yeah. But she was amazing. So I'll send you her details.
Please do.
Yeah.
I am nervous. You never know what pops up.
Yeah. Oh, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad I did it.
And you walk through it.
Yeah. I mean, I was in tears the entire time, but yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. I mean, I can't think of a particular point. Look, I'm sure. I mean, background story. I mean, in terms of I'm Iraqi background. So my parents, obviously during the Gulf War, had left and moved to Australia. From Australia, we moved to the UAE 30 years ago. So I'm sure there's residual stuff to do with that.
That you carry.
Yeah. But I'm scared to go back there.
Go
I don't
back.
know. Yeah.
It's the worst that can happen. It can't be any worse than how you feel when you get those anxiety.
The anxiety,
things.
honestly, I feel like I don't want to be this anxious person. Like I said, I'm quite positive and always looking to have a good time.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really bad, but I'm just always there wanting to be the last person at a particular party or a place or anywhere. But the anxiety sometimes holds me back from doing a lot. You know,
But people, you feel comfortable in the discomfort. So that's
That's
a
it.
really common, it just becomes your bias and such a strong belief system within you. So maybe there's that bit of you that's almost, it's
part of
what
me,
we
so
know.
it's staying, yeah.
I don't want to be
stay
identified for, Raya, she's quite anxious and wound up. I don't want that. I mean, that's not necessarily a character defining trait. I would think it's something I need to work on. But it's that fear of trying to unpack
It's
it.
exhausting, but it's amazing. It's what a relief when you get there.
Yeah.
Honestly, do it.
No, I will. Do send the contact.
Okay, so we're going to start by doing something a little bit more lighthearted.
Okay.
We're going to go to the quickfire section. So don't think about the answers, just answer them.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, what makes you the happiest? What are you thinking about
I
it?
don't know.
But you're smiling. So I feel like you're placing yourself in your mind.
Honestly, aside from the kids, the podcast.
Oh, I was going to
It's a
say
happy
what?
place.
Aside,
podcast.
it's a
Great.
really happy place.
Okay, opposite. What makes you really infuriated? Like really irritated?
I'm not good at this game, huh? What makes
You
me
can say
really
pass if you want, and then we'll just move to the
Yeah.
next one.
No,
Do you
I
wanna
think
do
what
that?
what really irritates me is like like somebody who's really not reliable.
Okay. Unreliable
Kind of
people.
like stick to your word.
Yeah.
If you can't do it, can't do it. If you can't
Flaky
do
people.
it, flaky people. Yeah.
Okay.
Really
What makes
irritates
you
me.
the most confident?
Honestly, at the moment, also the podcast. I find that really gives me a lot of confidence.
Excited?
I think holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a good thing.
Holidays
Yes.
gets me super excited. I plan for it the whole year.
What makes you most afraid?
My kids.
Yeah.
Is there something that makes you introverted? Go inside of yourself or like shut down?
I think the anxiety takes a huge portion of that. Yeah. I don't
What
want to talk to
makes
anybody.
you, sorry, what
Sorry.
makes you most extroverted?
The moment I find if I have a little bit of a positive comment of something I've worked really hard on.
Okay. Favorite restaurant in Dubai?
I'm really old school. I'm going to say Zuma.
Oh my God, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite movie of all time?
What did I really like? Again, I'm going to be really silly, but you know the movie Casino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
With
don't know. That.
Oh, it's so good.
Is
With-
it?
it's Robert De Niro and Sharon Stone.
But I'm really bad with movies.
You're also very young.
Oh,
Oh.
Favorite place in the world?
I think
Cut.
I'm not. How could you answer that?
Okay, say pass.
Pass.
Most ordered on Deliveroo?
I order bowlful a lot.
Okay, great. Go.
What's one thing on your bucket list?
Seeing the you know the
Northern Lights.
that Northern Lights. I was going to say the Northern
One
Star.
app you can't live without.
Deliveroo.
If you
Uber also.
could- oh, that's good.
Yeah.
If you could be good at something tomorrow, what would it be?
Pass. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably a salad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what Julie said.
Salad?
Yeah, I would eat a salad.
The weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Probably these things in Australia. They're called witchetty grubs. They're
Oh, yeah, I know them. Yeah.
I took a
Like
bite.
I'm a celebrity, get me out
Yeah,
of here.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
took a bite.
Last show you binge watched?
The one, the Love Is Blind, the UK one.
Oh. Okay, so the next
God, I'm sweating.
portion. Yeah, we put you under the pressure. The next section is called This or That.
Okay.
Not
so you
so
just
fast.
have to choose.
Yeah, I
which
like that one.
Yeah, which
Okay.
one you think is more important? So our first one is skill or mindset.
Mindset.
Oh, you're fast at this one.
Yeah.
Character or knowledge?
Character.
Big picture or detail oriented.
Detail oriented.
Leadership or collaboration?
Collaboration.
Feedback or instinct.
Pass. No, I think a bit of both. Can I do that? No.
Yeah?
Yeah, a bit of both.
Profit or purpose?
Oh, that's also a bit of both.
Okay.
Do you think networking events or online connections?
Networking events, hands down.
Yeah.
People in person.
Yeah. This is why this is really great. We could do this on Zoom. It would not have
It
the
wouldn't
same
be the
impact.
same. No.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
so
said the
as
same.
you're one of the best podcasters I've ever met,
That
there's
is
a couple of
huge
questions.
statement. Did you get that? Like, that is a massive
You want that on the
statement.
teaser?
Yes, please do. Can you keep that? Kelly, what
keep
you said.
Who has been your favorite guest? And you can't say me because no, it's me. Who has been your favorite guest on your podcast and why?
Honestly, it was my mom.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so I interviewed her for a Mother's Day version,
Yeah.
and she actually interviewed me. It was really lovely to be able to kind of share that moment with
Yeah.
her. She went through her story, asking me stuff about my childhood. So it was a little bit, that type of conversation. It was really outside her comfort zone. I was okay, but, it was just really nice to share what, again, I think it's like when our children sort of come up to us and share what they've done in school and they want you to be proud. It was the same type of feeling. I have to say she was hands down
that's
my
so
favorite.
nice.
Yeah. And I've got that forever.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So she was amazing. Yeah.
When she gets older, I think if you ask her, that would be one of her moments in life she'd remember. I bet.
No,
Yeah.
she was just so cute about it. What, from what she wanted to wear to practicing, some of the questions, and just she wanted to get
It meant so
right,
much
and
to her.
It meant
Yeah.
so much to her, and I could cry about it. But it was just, it
Oh,
was
that's so
really
nice.
a really lovely moment, and it was definitely something that it was so out of what I do for a living,
Yeah.
and something so creative. Which growing up Arab, creativity. You're a doctor, lawyer, something in medicine, engineer, architect. That's about
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
So this was so different. I mean, she's a biochemist. So it was just so different to share that space with her.
Yeah.
And it meant the world to me.
Amazing.
amazing.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This was super fun. Sorry, I'm not good with the fast responses.
We'll practice.
Yeah.
Choosing.
I'm just
We'll
about
put a timer as well, just to intensify it.
I was going to say, it's right there. Guys, thank you so much. Congratulations on this.
Thank
this
you.
is
Thank
really,
you.
really a lot of fun. Well done to you both.
Thanks. Pleasure having you.